Hello and welcome to the Global Church Project. I'm Graham Hill. Vladimir is the director and co-founder, together with his wife Yulia, of Beginning of Life NGO in Moldova, which runs two programs. One is focused on preparing children and youth for a better future through educational and training courses, and the other program helps people who have suffered from different types of social injustice, such as single motherhood, human trafficking, domestic violence, and extreme poverty. For many years, Vladimir taught ethics and missiology in different colleges and universities in Moldova and in Russia, leading and speaking in conferences in almost all countries from the former Soviet bloc in Eastern Europe and Central Asia. In 2014, together with his colleagues, he launched Studio of Innovative Leadership, which focused on teaching and promoting social transformation from a holistic theological and missiological perspective. Vladimir is author of numerous articles on holistic mission, human trafficking, and social justice, and co-author and co-editor of a few books. We hope you enjoy this interview. Vladimir, welcome to the Global Church Project.
Thank you.
It's worth talking more about the work that churches are doing amongst groups like those that have suffered from trafficking.
It's a big issue. The problem is that if you talk about human trafficking, yes, it changed its face very fast.
Mobile.
Yeah, it's like a monster when you cut a head and two other heads appear, and you don't know, you cut both and then four heads. Because the traffickers, recruiters, the pimps, they can teach us how to live in unity. Because they fight for the money, and they fight against police and all these state agencies. Because of that, they're very smart, and they share this information with each other quite faster than churches or police or NGOs. And they know how to deal with all kind of questions. And because of that, they changed the strategy. Just the government understood the issue and the particular situation, the strategy has changed. And then again, police should spend 2-3 more years to understand what is the new strategy. When they discover what happened, they change.
And I guess they're cooperating in a multinational environment as well, across borders. So it is interesting to think about what are the implications of that for the church. Because I'm only guessing here, I don't really know, but if you're working in Moldova with people who are suffering in this way, you can't just work in Moldova, you've got to have groups cooperating across borders.
We should, and this is one of the biggest challenges which we had. Yes, of course, there are a few networks in Europe. One of them, European Freedom Network, International Christian Alliance on Prostitution, then different denominations, Pentecostals and Baptist federations in Europe have their own working group against human trafficking. But the issue is that in most cases, some of these organizations, they work in a secret way because they are afraid for the lives of the clients, of the beneficiaries. And they cannot open that we have a safe house in this place, or we have a girl from, let's say, Estonia, because the girl from Estonia is on the radar of the pimps. And they search for her, and they don't know to whom they can trust. It's very complicated. It's interesting that criminals know to whom they can trust. Christians don't know. They're very suspicious. Because criminals don't afraid that this girl can be killed, murdered. Christians afraid that this girl can be murdered.
Yeah, that's interesting. That dynamic of fear and what it does to trust. And of course, all of this is connected with poverty in Moldova itself. What do you see groups doing in Moldova to address the broader issues around poverty and corruption? Because all of those things, unless those things are dealt with, the human trafficking thing is a symptom of it.
I can say that in this area, our NGOs and churches are not well educated. because most of them think that if we will bring more humanitarian aid, we will resolve the problem of poverty. It's vice versa. As more aid comes, as more poverty we create. And big business and medium-sized business is very related to the corrupted system. At the moment, there is just one group which controls almost all big profitable business in the country. They control the parliament, the government, and businesses. And this is one group. And these people are very smart, very smart. And of course, they are interested that Moldova will remain a country. Because when people are poor, they are vulnerable. When they are vulnerable, it's much easier to manipulate. It's much easier to make slaves for them. And this is what happens today.
It's interesting, I don't know how to say this, but the role that the church has in creating hope. You talked earlier about that one of the big challenges for Moldovan population is hopelessness. And what role does the church have in that environment to help people discover hope?
I can say that many churches suffered because their pastors immigrated because they were hopeless. Even, it's very interesting, even if they had some income, even if they had not bad houses, they had not bad salaries, they didn't have a hope. From my understanding, it's a nonsense. It's just, I don't understand. But I don't judge them, of course. And many churches, when we say the churches should be a place for hope, by themselves they hope. Because the ministers left them behind, they escaped from the country, and the people, very often, it's a strange situation. Very often, a pastor informed his church in 2 weeks that my family will leave next Sunday next after tomorrow, and that's it. And church is just, what should we do? Where we can find another guy who will serve, who will teach us, who will be our leader. And in many cases, especially in rural area, many churches they just becoming smaller and weaker because of lack of hope.
How can the broader church actually begin to work towards creating a more hopeful society?
I think that if the, let's say, global church, the universal church, will be a prophetic voice to European government, European Union, Parliament, to stop corruption in Moldova and Ukraine. Because the European authorities know everything what happens in our countries. They know and they cover under the umbrella because of the geopolitical games against Russia. They tell them, Europeans tell to our governments, we will forgive you everything. Just stay against Russia. And this is geopolitical game. And people suffer because. But if the universal church can be a voice to the European Union Parliament and tell them, please, stop corruption. Stop to support corruption in these countries. Stop to give them grants. Stop to give them dirty money. Control how they spend the grants. Control them. And if you discover that they misuse the money, you have all the rights, you have all the tools to send these guys into jail. And I think at the moment, this is the biggest help which the Universal Church can play in Eastern Europe.
Vladimir, thank you for joining us at the Global Church Project.
With my pleasure.
The Global Church Project is located at www.theglobalchurchproject.com. On our website, you'll find a wide range of interviews and resources for colleges, universities, and churches. I look forward to your company next time. From me, goodbye.